Doing a secondary target today. We are doing a secondary target here, folks, in Nebraska and Iowa for a tornado threat. Very, very low end. I think the SPC doesn't even have a risk out. It's less than a 2% day, so, but we kind of have some dynamics at play. We've kind of got some moisture, got low LCLs, and we're gonna have these little mini supercells or mini storms with supercell structures that could produce something interesting here over the next few hours. I would not be surprised to see a couple funnel cloud reports and a couple tornado reports from, you know, a storm or two here. So got here a little bit later than we wanted. These storms have already really began to form here. The stronger cells right now do seem to be a little bit south, but they're very, very tiny on radar. What the models have is a second wave coming through later. I'm not sure how likely that is, but you can see we've got these fluffy white towers in front of us. I didn't like that Texas target much at all, so I decided to come east and do this one out here. And I wasn't sure that we would even get like anything that interesting, but I think that it's good enough to go live right now. So unfortunately for us, chasing wise, we didn't get as much clearing up to the north as you would probably want to see on a day like this. So we're gonna have to rely on stuff being a little bit further south than you would want, which that can cause issues on days like this, you know, where everything, you know, it's heavily based on what the atmosphere is doing aloft, and you just need some, you know, support at the ground, which is what we have. So definitely a very, very marginal chase day. I did not have time to change that thumbnail, else I would have gone with a really tiny tornado, but you can see these big fluffy white cumulus clouds is what we're going after here. We will have to stop for gas up here in a little bit. I have about half a tank right now, but these storms shouldn't be moving too fast at all. And they should be pretty easy to catch. So hopefully we can make it out of Lincoln here. I do have to actually set my, set this up, run this, because I forgot, again, 3 days in a row. We'll turn that auto zoom on, and then we will reset the route. We're probably a little too far south, because if we were up north with the surface low, I think it would work, but there just wasn't much clearing up there, and I wasn't sure that it would work. So we came down south a little bit where things are a little bit, you know, heating's been a little bit better. Would not be surprised to see a couple funnels off this this event here. I'm not too sure about tornado threat, but there's definitely some. I disagreed with the SPC not having a 2% out today. I felt like it's a great candidate for a 2% day. So we'll see. But you can see you've got these really, really tiny sort of blips on the radar right now. This could be one of those funny days where it's like showers capable of producing tornadoes. So as we get east, you know, we'll have to see. Looks like some other stuff trying to form back to the west, but these are going to be some really tiny cells right now. Again, it's a very, very low, very marginal threat here. Very, very marginal threat for today. They really only have a small hail risk up here for these storms. So that's about all that's gonna happen. Maybe a couple, you know, weak, brief tornadoes. Although shear has uptrended a little bit. So that's an interesting sign for today, as our wind profiles are a little bit better than I expected them to be. Looking at everything last night. Although we just didn't get the heating far enough north. Like if we had heating up in like southeast South Dakota and we brought moisture that far north, that would be like the target. But I don't know, today's kind of just we're out here, we might as well chase sort of day. And then there's also that slight risk down in Texas with a 2% for tornadoes down there. Again, I didn't really like that risk all that much, so I decided I wanted to try this out, try out a little bit more of an interesting target. So something that's a little bit more unique and something that, I don't know, I don't know if you guys know Ben Williams. He's a great chaser. This feels like his kind of setup, you know? This kind of super like subtle day, not a lot of people are on, you know, and then he gets a great shot of a tornado. That just seems like the Ben Williams way. So we're gonna see if we can't copy the GOAT here. This definitely feels like this is his cup of tea for a chase. We've got all these tiny little updrafts. Even like a little boundary that's dropped to our south. If we do get a second wave, I wonder what that does. You can see these just very fluffy cumulus here. There are some cold core-esque dynamics further north, but again, like, heating was pretty bad up there, so you can see these updrafts. These big towers going. I mean, they're relatively small for, you know, especially chases in May, but these smaller updrafts sometimes have some magic with them. So we're just gonna hope to see a funnel. Expectations are pretty low today. Do have another updraft going back up behind us. I will have to set up the multi-camera stuff here. It is currently not active because I don't really activate it till we get closer to the storm. And with a storm like this, there's really not going to be all that much precipitation. You know, it's mostly going to be a hail, you know, maybe a couple pockets of small hail and maybe a tornado or two. These aren't going to be super, super rainy storms. They will have some rain, but you guys can see this thing up here on the left. That looks like a little occlusion right there. The best looking one down here. There's stuff trying to go further west, and then I'm seeing stuff pop up on radar up north. It does look like they did clear up north at least a little bit, so I don't know why my tripod is jiggling like that. I like the way this one looks down here. Got here about probably an hour after I wanted to. I got the silent alarm bug on my phone, so I woke up an hour late. This thing looks like it might try and produce a little funnel. All right, we're gonna be turning onto one of my favorite highways, which is Nebraska Highway 2. Especially like it up through the sand hills, but all right, Highway 2, here we come. You can see all these updrafts here are pretty tiny, pretty tilted, pretty classic for a day like today. We do have a more substantial tower right here though, just to our southeast. Gonna go live for Max here once we hit this highway. And then after that, probably heading back west towards Texas, Colorado, that area tomorrow. But we're out here, we might as well. I mean, it's a slow May, I'll take anything at this point. April was pretty heavy. Welcome in, everybody. It's good to see you guys. I'm going live for Max right now, so give me 1 second. Stop stream. Then we start the stream. See, we got this tiny little tower here in front of us. I'm worried we should have gone a little further north. It looks a little high based. But these storms are slowly developing. Seems like those storms south put out like some kind of outflow boundary. There's some boundary on radar sitting southeast of Lincoln. That might be helpful. On days like today, these storms aren't usually big outflow producers. You know, we've also got this little curl right there. Off over there. I like this one right now the most. It's the tallest. It's been consistently the tallest. There's a little lowering underneath. It would be so funny if something happened today. But this thing here is interacting with a boundary. So it's kind of like we might just get lucky with a little spin up here. That would be pretty cool, I will say, if we do get something at all today. Definitely a very, very low end chase today, so. But it is beautiful out, like. We'll see. Yeah, this outflow here is making me curious. It's very, very fluffy. It's a very weak lapse rate day too, which does not help. If we had steeper lapse rates in the low levels, I think this day works out really nicely, but I think it's just a little weak. See, these storms just don't have the look of super intense updrafts. Not common for this type of day anyway. These things are gonna have really low echoes. About every 5 minutes right now, so. $75 over 60s. That's a little high based, I feel like, for a setup like this. Because the whole point is that you just got some spin near the ground and your storms just don't really struggle with stretching it. Now, if these things also get too far east, we run into some other problems. But this one doesn't look too bad right now. You can see one of the hail cracks we got yesterday up there. this thing's gonna need the support from this boundary. That might be... Omaha's only up to 72. Let's see, does the 19Z, or does the 20Z HRRR throw a second wave in? It does. It throws a little couple cells out around 6. And those could probably handle something. I mean, these storms aren't really gonna tear up the environment too much. This one does have a fairly nice downdraft on it though right now. There's that little boundary down there that this storm's just kind of sitting on. See, it's very, very tiny. No warning on it. It's probably not going to get warnings this whole time we're on it, unless it produces a tornado. Probably going to be wispy. Yes, the roadwork is still here. Getting a merger with another cell right now. Got some broad rising motion. Off here to the right, that little scud. To take that exit and get gas. Whoops. Oh well. 409 in Nebraska. Never thought that that would happen. In the 2020s anyway. Shear is also better north, as well as those dynamics, so best chance is probably going to be the northernmost cell in the instability. Gonna punch through here and then stop in about maybe a mile. Yeah, maybe a little further north. We might be too far south. I don't know, shear does not look bad here. LCLs are only like 800. We got low cape. We should have fairly decent 3 cape. Yeah, we have like 103 cape here. That's not bad. Our low level lapse rates will probably be a bit steeper than forecast. Yeah, we've got low 7s here, so they were forecast to be about 6.8. So if we're in the low 7s, we've gone up a little bit here. All right, I gotta find a road. There's a road up here, just a little bit. And then we'll get everything switched on. Okay, looks like there's a road here that sits right on this hill. to find a place I could turn out. A little bit more precip than I was expecting, but not bad. There's like nowhere I can turn out, man. Because like it looks like we get stuck in the mud if we turn out here. There's no little place. I don't want to use somebody's driveway. Alright, I think we're gonna go flip. Look back to the north. Get you guys all set up here. Got maybe a little RFD cut. Ooh. I grab my all right, I'm gonna switch you guys to the multiple camera stuff. And we'll be right back. Just gotta set up camera number 1 and then we're good to go. Should be going live here shortly. The roof cameras. Sending any signal up. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's green. Why is it green? There we go. I want to see what's happening here. I want to make sure we're in the best spot. Storms are kind of transient right now. Further south, that's going to be a bigger issue than up north. This outflow is like pushing right along this storm, and it's kind of stalled here, and I feel like that's going to be, if we do get a tornado, it's going to be because of that. Really tiny cells. Let's make sure that everything is all working here. We're all functional. Okay, so 1 works. Let's try 2. Try 3 and 4. And go back to 1. Okay, I know 4 works. Not 2. Okay, 2 works. 3 works. Okay, we're working on everything. Sweet. Oh, I need to set my location on this 2. Alright, there we go. Here we go. We got a couple little cells going up here in eastern Nebraska. This one, there's 3 here with fairly large echoes. This is one of the larger ones. I like this one's location relative to an outflow boundary that some storms south put out. I am worried that we are, though, too far south, and that north is going to be slightly better. But this is probably going to take a little bit of time to mature. Not really an explosive updraft kind of day. These days I'm honestly not usually pretty good with spotting in advance, so... What's that one app that we use for the tornado probabilities? Oh, NATOcast. This model hates this target. Well, the model doesn't like our target, so that's fine. There's that other cell up north by Elmwood. It doesn't look bad. I'm thinking we'll go east of Syracuse and then go north. I gotta get gas soon. I'm at half a tank, and in my car that means it's actually more like a third of a tank. So let's see how these look on reflectivity. Yeah, I think that northern one. I think that northern one's going to dominate here. If we can get these all to merge together, that'd probably be best. I just like that it was on this outflow or some kind of boundary here and that had a little bit of rotation on it, but it might not work. We might just be too far away from the dynamics today. Because, like, I didn't like up there, though, because it didn't heat up very much. There was a lot of cloud cover. Down here cleared pretty nicely. Kind of Omaha and southwestward. But if we bust today, we bust. If we bust today, chat, we bust. No big deal. It wasn't a very far drive from yesterday. We did like 4.5 hours-ish. So it wasn't that bad. Yeah, if this stuff was closer to that low pressure up north, I think this thing produces pretty fast. Unfortunately, we're just a little bit away from the favored area. This outflow's not too strong either. You wouldn't expect this super strong outflow kind of day today. Chasing rain showers. Yeah, we got some kind of supercell type structures here. Which shear was just, shear's kind of uptrended a little bit, which is good. I get why they didn't go with 2%. I personally probably would have. For this region. LCLs at. We're about 1,000 LCLs. I feel like these setups, it's normally closer to like 750, 500. These storms are moving into an area with a bit lower LCLs though. Surface base cape, we're rocking about 1,500 surface base cape. Mixed layer cape's much lower, in the order of 500. 3 cape, we got 100. What about those mid-level lapse rates? Yeah, our mid-level lapse rates kind of suck, and that's going to be an issue. Below 6 for mid-level lapse rates. I think we could probably pack it up. Below 6 for mid-level lapse rates. We do have steep low-level lapse rates, though. About 7. It's not bad. Down south, they're getting storms. They got really high lapse rates down in Texas. They always seem to. This is the thing we're chasing right now. Got a couple very high base cells out in Texas. So how are you guys doing today? Hopefully you guys are having a good Friday. Posted very last minute about the stream. Just wasn't sure if it was going to work or not. I mean, we're still not sure it's going to work, but it looks a little bit better. Yep, Overcops, it's a tornado chase. Maybe something happens. It's going to take a lot of luck. Come in, everybody. Good to see you. Overcop, Sad Girl, Luke, Justin, Blondie. No tornadoes yet, Marty. This might be a bust today, but it could maybe squeeze out a tornado if we get really lucky. That's kind of how I'm looking at it today. And if mid-level lapse rates were steeper or we were closer to those dynamics, I think it works. Look at this. Not bad for less than 2%. Got this little inflow tail thing feeding in. doesn't go, it doesn't go. I'm not going to be too heartbroken. Get up here to Syracuse, get some gas, and go north. Casey's up here. Yep, we picked the goofy target today. I think we're gonna head up towards Weeping Water. Man, that outflow. How much I believe the cams when they say there's a round 2 coming. I'm actually going to go north first. This might be a very short chase today, guys, if everything goes wrong. There's a Love's up here we're going to do. I don't think I've ever stopped at this Love's before. Not even once. Not even once. Runs it down there. Runs it sounds good. I haven't really eaten much yet today. Gonna probably be chasing pop-up showers just to see what they do here. I wondered if that outflow would do something cool and give us like a brief little spin up, but it did not happen. So I'm wondering if those mid-level lapse rates are too weak for us to be so far away from the support. Alright, we're going to fill up with gas, maybe about half tank, so, well, technically probably 2/3 of a tank. So I'll be right back, and we'll just keep chasing these showers, see what if they can do anything. It's not going to be a big, massive supercell type chase today. Pretty much anywhere, unless you're down in maybe, Mississippi, Alabama. They had some tornadoes down there earlier today. So we're gonna fill up with gas and then hit the road again. So I'll be back in about 2 minutes. I am. It's a little obvious, I guess. Colorado, northern Colorado. So, yeah, maybe some small stuff today, but nothing's really happening. So. All right, well, have a good day. All right. Let's go, guys. We're gonna go back north. I think it's probably already cooked. This might be the fastest stream of our lives. This might be the fastest stream of our lives. I think those weak mid-level lapse rates are really killing it. I think that's our main issue. That, or if we were closer to the surface low up in South Dakota. But again, they didn't get much heating up there, so it's kind of like, well, you know what I mean? It might work a little further north. I really wanted it to be further north. It just didn't heat up enough for me. There's probably somebody running around up there that might see something. This little cell here that we've been on pretty much the whole time. You might be heading back west fairly fast though, but that's okay. I would rather chase days bust early so that way it's not just stuff. But today would be surprising, honestly, if it didn't. It's such a low end day. I'm already out on the plains. I figured might as well chase today anyway. It's always a good day to be on the plains. Been a slow May. We did have like a weak tornado yesterday, but mid-level lapse rates and the dynamics are just not working. Further north, though, it is pretty cold and pretty. They're getting some heating now, though. I wonder if it's too late for up there. That surface low ended up being really far back to the west. A few cells going down in Texas that are severe warned. Got this little shelf thing trying to form here. little shelf trying to form. See how you guys are doing. Welcome in, everybody. Arnold from South Africa. My radar bugged this scan. That's chill. Very, very sneaky threat here today. The SPC did not agree with the 2% that I would have probably put, but I mean, they might know something we don't, because these things are not looking too great, but it's probably just we're so far from the dynamics where we're at, you know, relative to the trough. The fact that the surface low is way back northwest, and the fact that mid-level lapse rates are very low. But we do have this little shelf coming together here, so. This little thing here, it's not terrible. Echoes continue to grow on this thing, honestly. 34,000 feet, that's the highest it's been all day. Okay, we're gonna, up here in a mile, we're gonna go east. It's not bad now. Maybe some hint of structure trying to go here. Supercell structure. No, I mean, it's not going to be like a photogenic mothership. You know, I have seen storms just like this on like 5% days. And I gotta tell you, it's much more fun seeing them on 0% days. This type of storm is way more fun on a 0% day. We're getting close to Iowa. It's going to be annoying. Crossing into Iowa is always a pain in the butt. We can go down in Nebraska City. I think we'll go up through Plattsmouth, though. Though I think, if I remember right, you need cash to get through there. It's like a toll booth that takes cash as recently as 2025. Was that where we crossed? I think so. How do we even cross that Platts? It's $1.75. We could go the long way around by La Platte. I don't think south is the move though, because these storms are going kind of northeast. Yeah, we'll just have to creep a little bit further north than you might want. That's fine though. Echo Top's almost to 40,000 feet on it. It looks very linear. That's fine though. scud rising off these trees here. A little couplet maybe trying to get going south of Weeping Water. Scud bomb here. Don't really see rotation with it. There is rising motion in it. I don't know if this road's going to survive. I was thinking there was a turn up here in a mile. There's not. It's in 2 miles, so this road has to hold up for 2 miles. There's only been one rough patch, and that was where they were working on the house there, so. There's another cell forming down by Firth. It's really tiny. Man, this thing is a low bridge. Please don't let us get stuck here. Woo, made it. Alright, well, if that's the worst part of the road, we're fine. We just gotta hope that that's the worst part of the road. Velocity's picking up slightly on radar. It's mostly just outflow right now. There's not much of a curl to it. Go east for a bit. Weeping Water Road. some lightning activity here. That goes over 41,000 feet on this thing finally. This thing is really looking a lot nicer now. I want to go north. Here on the right. It's very cold right now. Maybe a little couplet trying to get going at the leading edge. Off the bridge. take this road up here, and come back, go back east. Pipeline construction area. We're not getting scans very often. That's because the weather service doesn't have their radars in recent mode. Just updated. Lifting pretty rapidly north here. It doesn't seem too wet here. Okay, we're kind of consolidating down south. If I show you guys down here, it looks a lot more solid than it did when we drove by just a little bit ago. Curl in front of us here. Couple little curls on the leading edge. Everything's kind of uniformly moving out though. Wouldn't say that there's any real wall cloud or tornado threat here yet. Couple weak land spouts down in Texas right now. We're gonna move a little bit. So he's been slowly getting its act together. Dude, it's starting to get a shape to it on radar. Dude, this thing is starting to get a look on radar here. It's gonna do it like right as it crosses into Iowa. We don't have $1.75 to give to those people to get through. You know, it's actually going pretty smoothly. Be experiencing something happening. Okay, so I noticed a couple things about this. It still has this very linear look here. But there's kind of this little kink there, way off to the left, so you guys can see a little bit more. There we go. Again, it really doesn't look bad. On radar, it looks pretty nice, actually. I think this thing is intensified enough. Just got to get lucky with a tornado, and that would make today. We're gonna actually do something here. I gotta go charge 2 of my cameras. I forgot to charge them all. Okay, we do have another kink forming here. Weakly rotating lowering. Rotating wall cloud right now. And maybe even attempt here. Make sure we're all focused. I see. Sorry. We have a rotating wall cloud. Got a weakly rotating lowering just. I'm gonna switch you guys over to 4. Alright, it's coming at us right now. I don't see ground circulation yet. It is coming at us though. Switch you guys over to 2 here. The little kink right here is rotating pretty strongly. Don't see ground circulation. A little nub on the leading edge. Lightning activity has increased dramatically. I wonder if it just gusted it out. We had a wall cod there for a second. I don't see it really anymore. It was spinning for a second. I'm trying to pull off here. Nope, it's still going. It's just in a weird little kink area on the leading edge, so it's gotta kind of occlude back. Oh, it's... I don't think it's gonna work. It's so close though. I think it just gusted out. I think it just gusted out. Man, for a second it looked like it was gonna work. Yeah, I think it just gusted out on us. Had this little kink in it for a second. Things might be moving in the right direction. Still there. It is really spinning. It is tightening up. It's such a weird spot. I got close, I think, here. Such motion up there, man. Nothing else in this storm is moving like it. I think it just got really, really close. I think we got a big surge that kind of pushed it out too far. East. Man, it got close for a second. There was this tight little eddy there. Dude, it sucks that it's gonna cross the river at like the most annoying time when it's like starting to look a little interesting. There's some stuff happening, and there's like it's just gonna like go straight east. I think we follow it up to the river and then go north, cross that La Platte, and probably catch it, you know, probably east of Glenwood somewhere. Just don't like leaving this storm for as long as we're going to have to. Can we only go south here? Yeah, we can only go south. I feel like we dealt with this a few years ago. Yeah, it doesn't look as solid as it did a little bit ago. Rain's kind of cleared out. Of course, it's like right when it's starting to hook on radar that like it's about to cross the river. Are you kidding me? Like, we're getting a hook on radar, and now it's when we're leaving. Okay, well, we can still go east and catch it for a little bit. But once it hits the river, we gotta, like, go around. It's just a pain in the butt. I hate rivers when I'm chasing. Rivers are legitimately probably the number one, or probably number two behind like bad driving. As for most annoying thing you can encounter on the chase, a river with just no crossings. That's what the Mississippi is. And the Missouri, I guess, but this time it's the Missouri. Normally it's the Mississippi. Or the Illinois River's really bad, and then the Missouri River's really bad. Especially though the Missouri River up at, dude, it's like curling up there now. Look how classic this is. It's going to go right as it crosses this river, man. It's going to go right as it crosses this river, and we're not going to be able to catch it. We have another wall cloud. This one is in a much more classic spot. It looks a little bit more, like, typical, I guess. I want to go north. We are only a few miles out from this river. If it's going to go, I want it to go before it hits the river. Because if it just waits till the river, it's gonna be, I'm gonna be so mad. We were on this thing like just southeast of Lincoln for most of its life. Oh. Get up on a hill here and see at least rain wrapping around it. Oh. Hold on, my air compressor just turned on. I'm gonna have to go. Oh, it turned off. Sweet. It's about to try and go. We're stuck in this valley. Someone reported a rope tornado 6 minutes ago. Okay, so this road is like a massive, you can't see anything here. We got the one road that's like that. There is a hill up here I think we're gonna climb onto. Of course, it's south of us now. I don't want to go back west. Can't really see it right now. I don't have a place to pull off. Suppose we'll just stop here. I mean, we can't really get any in a better spot in this, and this is just a no outlet road. So I got gusted out again. It's like every time we get a view of it, we're in a bad spot, and then we get a view again, a glimpse of it, and it's like trying to wrap up. It's like it failed here. That's going right there, and I don't think it is. I think we just gusted out pretty heavily. Where was this rope tornado? I don't have money for Plattsmouth, and it's so annoying because I remember last time we went up there, it was the Essex, Illinois day, and they didn't take cash, or they didn't take card. They only took cash. So I think we're just gonna probably move again here. Cross into Iowa. 2 decent attempts so far. I would love to see pictures of this rope tornado though, because I didn't see anything. It would have been like 10 seconds long. So I mean, it could have just been when we were behind a grove of trees for long enough. It doesn't look as good now. You do not look as sharp. There's another curl again right here. It's pretty weak. The weakest one of the 3. It's got rising motion, but I think it's just getting gusted out. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna work. They did put on a mesoscale discussion for us. Alright, well we're gonna have to go north and get around it. Environment's fine, pretty far into Iowa. About another county into Iowa. And this thing seems to have taken a bit of a rightward turn. I don't know if I want to leave it until I'm absolutely certain I can't see anything anymore of it. Much more like ragged looking than it was 10 minutes ago. It's time to cross. It does seem to be weakening a little bit. Alright, we're going to go back west about a mile, and then we're going to go north like a million miles. I think it's like 20. Oh, it's only 10 miles. Okay, well, it's not that bad. On this storm, it's a lot better than it was on the Essex, Iowa day. So, like, it's trying to curl, like, just right there. But it's just not very strong right now. I just want to cross the river. I don't even want to deal with it. Well, that's been a bit more than eventful so far. I thought it was done after the first little bit there. Oh, I gotta go down another mile? I gotta go down another mile. Scan came in, it makes me want to stay back. It's gonna go on the other side of this freaking river, I didn't know it. I just know it's gonna go while we are like off it for those 30 minutes. And I don't want to go south because there's a, first of all, it's farther to go down by Nebraska City and cross. What is this back here? all this cold outflow in. Northerly winds. Good. This might be a severe storm. This thing might need to be severe warned. Alright, we're probably going to catch it. It's going to be a little bit. Man, that sucks. It really sucks. Let me go check through everything here, guys. Sorry about that. Thank you for the flowers and everything, guys. Thank you for the gifts. Do appreciate it. Thank you for the butterfly. Let's go. This thing is not, my radar is bugging. Man, why is my signal not doing it? I feel like my encoder is just trash. Thank you guys for the gifts. I appreciate it. We are locked in. We're going to come up around. Man, it just looks so good now. It just looks so good, and we can't get to it for probably 20 minutes. We got 10 minutes up north. We can't take this Plattsmouth way because we don't have a card, or we don't have cash, and they only take cash. I went there in April of 2025, so as long as, I doubt that it's changed. I hate having to go all the way around like this. The good news is this is a pretty tiny storm, so once we get on it in Iowa, we won't lose it. Hopefully we can get it before it tracks into the more stable air. we can try and get through here. It's probably too late. It's probably quicker just to go north and come back around. My map said it was the same amount of time, so... And I'd rather play it safe, because I don't have cash, so... We don't have cash, so if I do, I don't have any. I need to go get some. Kind of frustrating when that happens, guys. It really is. We don't have much longer until we're back on it. Gotta take the long way around though. Toll bridge not accepting cards though in 2026 is crazy work. And it just got tornado warned. Observed tornado right now, of course, right as it's crossing the river, and we gotta go the long freaking way around. That's awesome. There's the tornado warning. I cannot get there fast enough, man. Catch it here pretty fast. It's such a tiny cell. Three miles to turn. Oh, that's so annoying. Right as it crosses the river. Found a tornado warning though on a 0% day with multiple rotating wall clouds. Doesn't look like it's on the ground anymore, but it's got the look, man. We need to get down on the just in the wrong spot. We got 1 mile, and then we go east. We can probably take 20 now into Pacific Junction. Maybe that works. There's not many ways through because this is going to be in the bluffs. It's just kind of sitting there right now. Yeah, there's not too many ways through the bluffs, and I'm not sure whether, I think we should probably just focus on getting through the bluffs I mean, if the storm's just sitting there, it's just sitting there, and we should just go south with it, but... I love how it waited till the river, man. So clutch. It's literally not Iowa until that happened. Or it's literally not the Missouri River until that happens. Like, it happened to us on the Essex day too, with the Tabor tornado. Might have a view. I think it's a little far off here. Might have a view down there. Oh wait, there's actually a road here. We can go east through Tabor, so that would work, right? Yeah, I think that works. Yeah, it's a little far south. I think Pacific Junction's gonna end up being the move. I just love it. I do like that this storm's so small. We're probably just going to end up going east here at Pacific Junction. We can go south and then back up. It sucks that it's only interstate. Probably only like 10 minutes from having another good view. It's the nice thing about these little tiny storms. They're not very hard to get onto again when you have to come back through the northwest side. Big supercells, we'd have to deal with a little bit of hail, but I don't think we're going to have a ton. Just so frustrating when you got to deal with a river. I wonder about this confirmed tornado, though. Missouri River is always frustrating when you're chasing. And we're stuck in construction too. This would be much faster to get down there if there was no construction. Dude, it's wild how close we are to this storm, and it doesn't even look like it. Like, we're only 5.5 miles from where a tornado would occur on this thing. Why did this car get over into the middle? Why did you do that? Just getting over into the right lane, I guess. Wonderful. Let me over or something, buddy. Still got some life in it. Alright, time to cut through. Just got to get around some traffic here. So we get onto the good old interstate. Interstate 29. Come on. We got this. Does not look as solid now as it did a little bit ago. It's very tiny. Alright, you gotta go 40 on the interstate, I guess. I'm not moving over for you. This guy, I think I am simply unaware of their tornado. He's like flashing his brights to warn me. Is there anywhere I can get further? Yeah, dude, it's gonna be so annoying where it's just where it's at right now. I guess I'd rather go around south if I had to do it again with this. We'll cut through, and then the further east it gets into better terrain again. I really hope there's not anybody blocking this interstate. A second too late on it. Just one step too late. And there's no way to get off until we get all the way down. That's so annoying. Doing? Stop braking in the road. Guys, why did you keep on the left brake? We're just a step too slow. We are a single step too slow. This thing should be severe warned, honestly. This is not a weak thunderstorm. Should have gone back north. There's no way to flip around here. We have to go all the way down and around. Two mistakes back to back. Not how you see tornadoes. And then we got to contend with the bluffs for a little bit. We should have just gone east and waited. I got impatient. Now we got to go around again, this time south. keep shooting ourselves in the foot today. It's probably better it's happening today versus any other day. We should have a view soon. It's just going to be the bluffs are going to block us for a few miles. Dude, it's hooking. Oh, I'm so frustrated. Just give me one good tornado today. That would make it all worth it. They didn't put out a 2% tornado risk, and I thought that was a mistake. Can't capitalize because I keep making the wrong choices at the wrong critical moments. Alright, I gotta focus up. It's time to focus up. We're in a good position now. We're moving into a better spot. I put you guys on 2, so when we turn here, you guys should be able to see it. It's lifting away from us, but this RFD's so tiny, we might be able to get a glimpse of it. It's just very heavy. It's a very heavy RFD for such a small storm. Are you kidding me? There's a train. Are you kidding me? We miss it. There's a train coming. Are you joking? Are you joking? How? It's just, bro, what is this? It's like, we can't win. We can't win. And it's not going very fast. It's going like 30. Hopefully it's not a very long train. Awesome. Dude, this is the greatest chase of my life. Bro, how unlucky do we have to come by here the exact moment the train is crossing? Dude, what is this? Getting the world's longest train. Trying to get on a tornado warned storm. Unbelievable. Unbelievable luck. Like top tier luck, chat. See what you guys think about what's happening. Thank you guys for the gifts. I do appreciate it. I swear, if this thing breaks, it's slowing down. No! No, are they gonna break right here and we can't get through? Bro, they're stopping. Unbelievable, they're stopping. This is unreal. 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 What do we do? We gotta go back all the way up. Dude, this chase is so disgustingly annoying.
a completely different type of frustrating than Kansas the other day. We can't make the right choice no matter what. It just doesn't work. Unbelievable, bro. That's awesome. That's like a top 5 moment in my chase career, probably. Just getting blocked by a train that stops. I mean, we're gonna end up taking the way we should have taken originally, but I swear there's gonna be a train up there too. What is that, bro? Yeah, Nat, that was certainly story worthy. I don't even know what to say to that. Like, what do you do when you just get completely blocked by... The first 2 were my own decisions. Like, we should have handled that differently. That's definitely fair. Like, we should have gone up, we should have turned east up here by Pacific Junction. So that was my mistake. But then we get hit with the train blocking us. I felt like no 2% today was a mistake. That's unreal. That's unreal, man. The one road I wanted to take, it's the only road, so... It was moving at first, I was like, sweet, we're gonna make it through, and nope. Not so lucky. Not so lucky. Thank you for the 5, Jennifer. I appreciate that. Big W. I appreciate that. I appreciate it, you guys. Alright, let's try and get back on it. Go around it again. Back north. Do when your train stops and blocks you from getting to your tornado? Gotta find a different way. I will say that I think that's probably the first time that's ever happened to me on a storm chase, where like I've had a train pull in front of me and then stop. I've come up to stopped trains before, and I've come up to crossing trains, but never have I had a train during a storm chase drive in front, like cross in front of me and then stop. So that's a new one. That is a new one. This has been an extraordinarily frustrating chase for like no reason at all. And it's just getting smaller and looking worse and worse. We're getting all these mergers. We're getting close to the edge of the better instability. Thank you for subscribing, Nevaeh. Appreciate it. Here we are. We're almost off at Pacific Junction. This is where we should have gotten off that first time. The train is telling us that it was time to turn around. We're just like perpetually in the wrong spot, and now that it's about to work and we're about to be in the right spot, it looks much worse than it did earlier. Unbelievable luck. We did just hit 8K subs, so thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Dude, we were at like 7,000 like last week. We've been picking up steam fast. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. I appreciate it. We chase pretty much everything, obviously, so even though this has been a fairly quiet May compared to others. Alright, let's punch through and see if there's anything left on it. Well, our target was like perfect. Now it looks messy. I wonder if it's just because all these mergers are happening, and once the mergers clean up, it'll be okay. We just want to get through these bluffs here pretty fast. Yeah, it is what it is. We targeted right, we forecasted well, we just got here a little late, and we've been kind of off balance ever since. Maybe something happens once this merges back together, but it looks pretty messy right now. Yeah, I would love to hit 10K subs this year. That's my goal for the year, I think. My goals are 50 tornadoes, and I think we're at like 35 or 36. So we're already almost there, and normally I go off in June. June tends to be my best chasing. But I've been dialed in this year. I haven't missed too much. I did make a goofy decision at the end of the tornado in northern Oklahoma a few weeks ago and stayed with that cell. I think Iowa just voted to raise the speed limit up on these highways up to a good 60 from 55. So I think it's on the governor's desk, if I'm not mistaken. Or is that Missouri? It's one of those two states is raising. Missouri, I think, is raising interstate speed, and Iowa is raising like just rural highway speed, I think. Maybe just highway speed in general. If this road is dirt, it's probably not going to work that well. If this road is gravel, we're fine. Ooh, it's gravel. Alright, well, let's just hope. We've got a little bit of time. We might as well take a risk. This might be blunder number 4 for us. It's got to be fine. It looks fine. It's probably fine. Just want to get through the bluffs. The lowest bluffs. I think it's probably going to redevelop once all this other stuff comes through. I just want to get on it. Like, we've had such a tough time maintaining a good position on this storm. Maintaining such a bad spot on it. All right, we're about to get cooking now. We're about to get cooking. We are about to get cooking. The updraft's probably going to redevelop back south right where we were. I mean, it's looking pretty messy right now. Probably going to need these mergers to go through. I wish I could see from the south how these bases were looking. It looks like it might maybe get its act together here on radar in a bit. It's just going to take a second. But the main thing I'm worried about is running out of the moisture plume. Although it does seem like we're okay pretty deep into Iowa. It's got another county of space, I think. It could probably make it to Corning and be okay. Camera in the back should be fully charged. I need to grab a cable up here and charge my phone. This road's not so bad. This road is not bad at all. Got a lot of merging happening. I swear, if we have to go back west, man, it looks super messy now. It's funny, had that train not been there, we would have been in a great spot. Would have been in an awesome spot had that train not stopped. Because then we could easily just go back, we could just sit and wait for those storms to develop on the southwestern flank. But now we got to go all the way around and back south. Just a little bit off of this highway, and then we'll go south, and then it really opens up though. It really opens up here. Somebody reported a wall cloud about 5 miles south of us. We're about a mile from this highway. Oh man, the stop sign came out of nowhere. We got it, we got it. Look at that. 2 miles till the highway, and then we'll just bomb south. This road is really good, actually, for all the rain that's been on it. It's always nice to be on the plains. even when trains are blocking you and you're making mistakes. I swear I'm chasing like it's 2022 again. Finally go south on 275. Finally! We're gonna get on it and it's gonna like die with our luck today. I mean, we had wall clouds and stuff on a 0% day. Like I said, I was shocked they didn't go at 2% today. And multiple tornadoes in a tornado risk that's less than 2%. Now we got this big blob now. We got some time. We have some time. Echoes are biggest back to the west, so it's probably just going to redevelop back west. We'll get down south and we'll be in a better spot. Man, and today has had one of the holy tornado report down in Texas. Dusty circulations down in Texas today. Anything down there that actually happened that was super crazy? Yeah, not bad, but not great. Well, considering how similar tomorrow's supposed to be, a couple weak land spouts in Texas. Is it over down here? There's not much to see on these cells right here, and echoes just fell. There's really no structure anymore. Yeah, there's like not much to look at on these cells. I'm gonna check satellite, make sure we're not too. We shouldn't be too far east, should we? I think we should have like another count. I guess it's getting close. Guess it's getting close to that, but I thought we had one more county before things really went, back down. There's this road here, but we're gonna go down one more block here and then go back to the east. Our road? Yes. Oh boy. See, there's really not a ton of structure left. Maybe something trying to come together though. Charger in here. Man, I'm shocked they had anything down there that was that great. Texas. I still think I'd probably end up playing this target a ton of times though. It's gonna try, I think, and retool here. Some it's just so tucked in the rain right now, guys. Like, I don't know if it's going to be able to survive all this. I mean, it's got to survive it and then come back together before it gets too far east.
bank on the southwestern stuff now.
In front of us, there's...
I just think we're gonna keep getting east, and then just let the storm dictate whether we go north or back southwest. Wait, look at that back in the rain, way north. Scuddy lowering. We'll go down one more road, actually. So, what's gonna happen? Mesoscale accident down in Texas. Alright, well, we need these updrafts to kind of redevelop a little bit. Finish merging and redevelop. A lot more hazy than they did a little bit ago. We got kind of almost two bases here. We got the northern one, which is the old storm, and then the southwestern one, which is a newer cell. Just gonna keep our distance until one of them really decides to take over. So we've got this old base up here, up on the left. The new one down south looks stable. And this old one definitely doesn't look as large as the other one. Yeah, this one shrank quite a bit. There's
one over the hill down there to the west. It's probably going to end up being the main thing if it can move far enough east. I just don't know what kind of stable air we're dealing with right now. It should be okay, but should be okay. Okay, we'll see if this thing can redevelop. Oh, Echo's just jumped. Echo's just jumped on the northern side, but I think that's just because of how tilted our updrafts are. I want to get up on this hill. We'll wait. I think it's going to be the southern one. I think the updrafts are just so tilted that it might look like the northern one. And either way, we can get on that northern one pretty fast. We got a pretty good road network. Echo's just went back up, so maybe with this merger is going to help it out and make it produce. The look of the southern one much, but north is just jumping back into the rain here. All right, this is that southern cell here. Far from perfect. Looks a tad elevated, unfortunately. We're going to sit and let this develop. We're watching this, and then this one over north of us. So, north, and then southwest. Okay, I'm going to grab my cameras because they're charged. Slight rainfall. Almost dropped my camera bag on the ground while it was unzipped. Alright, well, we're locked back in. I got a plus bar. I forgot to use. Waiting for this southwestern storm to develop.
It looks how it did right when we first got on it. Oof, this thing looks stable. Very puzzling decision though for no 2% here. Yeah, this does not look as good. I think we're in the stable air now. Or at least really close to it. I think I see some stratiform stuff off to the east. Who's behind me? Yeah, it looks outflow dominant. And it looks, see that scud there, that low cloud that's underneath the storm, but it's not really touching it. It's usually not a great sign. It's still pretty early. This is a new storm that's trying to form, so don't really know yet. Yeah, I don't think that this was the type of storm that could handle a ton of mergers. It's got a chance on that southern side. It might work out. Of course, when it was like at its peak, we were struggling to get on it. We might be okay. Echoes did kind of jump back up again. Pretty large base on this.
be okay. See that inflow band coming in from the south now? That doesn't look too bad. Winds are still here. Flies are trying to enter the vehicle. It might be clearing out. Got this over here too to keep an eye on. I don't know, it's trying to get back together, it's just stable. It looks a little bit better. Worried we ran out of time though. Maybe a weak little circulation trying to go back there. Man, that was a lot for this little thing to handle. Look at this, we got this little lowering back here. I'm going to pull up just a tad more because of this power pole in the way. We got a little circulation here, chat. This looks a little bit more like where it's supposed to be. Yeah, I kind of want to go up and then over a mile. It's pretty far back. Look at that going right there. Deeply occluded circulation right now.
this is gonna do. If anything. You'd expect on a storm like this for it to be more towards the front. Put you guys on two so you can see. This looks a little bit better. It's got some weak rotation, it's not real strong. Got this wrapping around here. Look at that low cloud. I think we're waiting for a new cycle. Yeah, this is too skinny to go. I like this hill here though. This might be about time to get stuff going here. See if we can't squeeze something else out of today. If there is a tornado and it's in the state it's in now, you want to be west. Earlier you wanted to be east of it. I'm gonna get out and look here for one moment. Yeah, new cell down to the south. Doesn't look so hot. It's a new lowering though down to our southeast. This thing's too deeply occluded back here. It's going to have to form on the front. Let's go up a little bit and then we'll cross back. Put you
guys on 4. So that new lowering. It's just kind of right on the gust front, so that doesn't make me think another tornado's imminent for a bit. We do have another merger happening though, so I think this storm's just going to get continuously merged into till it dies. Further east. Got a new core falling. New hail core trying to go right there. I guess it's just going to be precip. There's not really been any hail with these. Another updraft. Couple updrafts. There's one way down south that doesn't look too bad actually. If I'm looking at it right. Yeah, we're just getting so many other little blips going into this cell. And really nothing that looks like a nice hook or anything to do it. It looked best earlier. This is kind of a new cell that formed on the southwestern flank of that old tornado warned one. There's a cell like super far south down by Anderson that doesn't look bad. Unless that's like the Humboldt, Missouri one. Look at how strong that downdraft is back there. It's that new storm. All that precip. There's a strong downburst there. Well, I am glad we did the secondary target, even if it didn't work as well as I thought it would. I mean, part of that was just us. But regardless, like, there was a solid tornado in Texas for a bit. It wasn't like, it was probably a B or a C tier tornado. Maybe this is what this storm needs, I guess. I don't know. Looks a lot more solid. There's a new downdraft that came in and might act to force this RFD out enough. Back to 4. Still a bit rough looking. Just looks cold. Just gonna keep moving along with it. I mean, there's nothing else. I love wind. Alright, it just turned my air compressor on. It's gotta be like laying on something that when the car bounces enough, it goes. Alright, we'll get up here past this tree line and then I'll get out and fix it. It'll take 2 seconds. I didn't have to do anything. Bro! Alright, I gotta go and fix that. It is annoying me. Get up to the top of this hill. Well, and then I guess we're turning around and going back west after this. Okay, guys, nice seeing you. Cool. We got Freddie and everybody behind us. Got this little cycle here, guys. Go back to 2. Just cranking for a second. This thing might be a little bit cooked. Well, we got to see Freddie, Charlie, and Kopic, so that was cool. Haven't ran into any of those 3 this year yet. I was like, I've been trying to find Freddie all season. We were at 1K viewers earlier, and I was like, huh, we're dropping. And then the Texas tornado happened, and then Freddie and Kopic showed up. I was like, oh, well, that makes a lot of sense. Got 2 goats behind me. No way I'm going to maintain my viewership. But thank you guys again for 8,000 subs. That's huge. That's huge. About done here. Continues the weekend. That storm south doesn't look great. I was about to say it doesn't look bad on radar, and then you look in person and it's just that. Freddie McKinney, obviously, you guys gotta know Freddie. Freddie's goated. And then, obviously, you probably know Kopic, too, who's also goated. Had a partial tornado here in Dimmitt, Texas. Yeah, that's what I was just telling them about it. Thank you, Jim. Appreciate it. Thank you for letting us know. I think this storm is weakening pretty fast, though, guys. We might be screaming back west shortly. This little thing here. These storms like to do some goofy stuff when they're dying, but I don't think this one's organized enough. Dude, Freddie's goated. I love Freddie. I love Kopic too. I actually just recently met Kopic like last season. I've known Freddie for a few years now. Max saying all week is going to be good. Yeah, I don't know, Jim. We'll see. I'm going to probably be back out again tomorrow. Models were throwing out some supercells on the Kansas border.
we go. Yeah, sorry guys, I don't know what happened there. This stuff down here is definitely weakening. I think we're probably going to go back west and do western Kansas. There's a few targets to look at on Sunday. It's very mesoscale feel, and then Monday. Very, very weird feeling for mid-May, mid to late May to be doing chases like this. This feels way more like a June type of, like what it feels like to chase June and July a lot of the time. It's just cool. It's just cooler temps, I mean. Nebraska on Monday, probably. Well, probably South Dakota on Monday. Okay, this upcoming stretch, stuff could happen. You just got to pay attention. That's what this stretch seems like to me. Let's see how radar is looking. I think it's about done for us. I think it's about time to go back west. See if we can't get a hotel that we like in somewhere in Nebraska. Probably go back like 2 hours. Well, we'll stay in good old York tonight. We'll stay in York. It's been a long time since I've stayed in York.
I didn't stay there for a really long time because I moved in Grand Island. It's like an hour from my house. I was like, well, I'm not going to get a hotel an hour from my house unless I'm like falling asleep. So, all right. Well, I think we're probably going to wrap it up here, guys. Our storms are weakening pretty fast. Travel tail on radar is kind of funny. Yes, it is. It is, Jennifer. I smell fries. I see a bag. That's right, Tech Man. It's time to put the fries in the bag. Yeah, Brooke, it was pretty adventurous. Well, hold on. I actually want to get a view of this storm first. I can't see it out my window before I do a full outro here. And I'm like, oh, never mind. We're actually going to chase still. Yeah. It doesn't look that great. Show you guys out too here. It looks way better on radar than it does in person. Alright, well, I think we're going to go ahead and call it. I don't really feel like going after this thing again. I don't think it's going to work. If it hasn't worked all day, I don't know why it would suddenly work now, especially with temperatures starting to cool off a lot. I think that's going to be a big problem for these storms. So, that said, thank you guys so much for joining me. I do appreciate it. I will be back probably tomorrow chasing something. I'm out for this whole stretch. So, we'll be back again. Thank you guys for 8,000 subs. It's a big milestone. We've gained what? I think we've gained 2,200 this season already. So, it's been game changing to have the new gear. So, thank you guys for joining. Let me make sure I didn't miss any donations or anything here. Bad day chasing is better than a good day at work. I agree, Eddie. See you, Keith. All right, thank you, Pamela, for the gift also. I just saw that. Thank you so much. So, thank you guys for joining and have a great rest of your night. Stay safe. Of course, now I got to get out and turn the stream off when it's raining. Never stop chasing. I hope that phrase isn't like copyrighted or something. I could be cooked.